Hey, everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Scott Kundel. He's the founder of My Most Trusted Network, a private referral platform designed to foster real, spam free business connections through warm introductions. A TEDx speaker, Kung Fu medalist, and advocate for authentic networking, Scott helps communities and businesses networks build trust-driven ecosystems that elevate human-to-human connections. How you doing today, Scott?
Konnichiwa, Anthony, all the way from Japan. Great to be here.
Yeah, no, happy to have you. Really enjoyed our conversation that we had the other day. Was taking a look at everything with My Most Trusted, and it's awesome. So there's people out there that for sure need to know you. But to start off, you said you're located in Japan. You've been there for a while, or are you newer to the area?
Actually, tomorrow is my first Okiversary because I live in Okinawa and it will be 1 year. So I've done a lot of world traveling over the last couple of years. I've been to at least a dozen countries, stayed in 100, 150 cities and towns since COVID ended in the last couple of years. So I've done a huge amount of traveling and then got to Japan and found my happy space here in Okinawa.
That's awesome. So if you have friends coming into town since you've been there for a year, where are you taking them? What are you doing, and what's for dinner?
Well, the best thing for me is I love taking them to the local beaches because the snorkeling here is beautiful. We live 10 minutes away from a place called the Blue Cave, which is one of the best snorkeling spots on the island. In fact, one of the best spots in Japan. I would actually even say it's one of the nicest in the world. Super, super beautiful. Now is famous for what they call chimperu, which is mixed. There's a lot of American military here, and they've grown up in Okinawa. It was the Battle of Okinawa was fought in World War II. So while Okinawa's been through a very difficult period of time, it's learned to embrace many different cultures from all over the world, from Japanese to US, and also other Southeast Asian or Asian countries. And then, of course, it used to be its own kingdom many years ago, many centuries ago. So it was actually separate from Japan and China, which have been fighting for it for many many centuries. It's had a very interesting history. So in terms of what's for dinner, it's usually a mix of various different cuisines with their own little blend of and spices, just with a little bit of an Okinawan twist.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's real interesting. I never been. Like to go. We'll see. But yeah, what's kind of like your go-to order? I'm just trying to get my mind around like the Okinawa twist.
Well, yeah. So there's a few different things. So Okinawa is obviously they have a lot of vegetables, but I'm going to tell you something if you really want to know. In about 2 or 3 weeks' time, after the rainy season finishes, they go into mango harvest season. Okinawa has some of the best mangoes in the world. Some of them sell for $200 US dollars each for just for a pack of two mangoes, which are given as gifts around the world. It's like the Wagyu beef of mangoes. The mangoes are beyond anything you can imagine. And when they have harvest season, you can go to the local markets and obviously pick them up a lot cheaper because if there's even a small little blemish, they'll drop the price quite a lot. And we are just flooded with the most extraordinary mangoes that you could ever possibly imagine.
It's interesting. Sold. All right. No. So awesome. Great. Well, what can you tell us about what you do?
Easiest way to explain it is we're rebuilding LinkedIn, one trusted connection at a time. In our humble opinion, a couple of years ago, I started looking at where LinkedIn's going and what they're doing. They've gone from being this really gentle referral, introductions, let's build private network system to something radically different. A lot of spam, a lot of automated bots, a lot of expensive adverts, selling of data to whoever. And I found that a lot of LinkedIn, 95% of LinkedIn was in fact pretty useless and 5% worked. So we wanted to rebuild that. We wanted to take the 5% that worked, add a bunch of new additions to it, and then start a decentralized version of it where business networking clubs and business groups can actually start to thrive. So we decided let's build LinkedIn one trusted connection at a time and really build something special that has got a heart and a soul and that actually genuinely wants to help you get in front of the right people, not by cold outreach or by advertising, but through personal introductions.
Okay. Is this the direction you always expected to kind of go, or was it just like you saw the problem, you're like, I'm gonna go fix that?
No, we saw a problem and we went. I wanted to fix it. I still listen. We didn't used to be blatantly open about we want to we not want to. We are rebuilding LinkedIn. It sounded like such a preposterous idea. That's why when I listen to myself say it, I still think, "Gee, Scotty, that sounds like a now. What are you doing? That sounds like it's just a stupid idea. Why? The phrase farting against thunder. but it's working. It's coming together. It's a microcosm. It's private. It's obviously a lot smaller, but it works. And we have just epic people that are part of it, and the right people are part of it. And I'm like, wow, this is actually not an impossible task.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and there is a need for that because we all get those messages every day. Our data's already gone. Yeah, so no, it's and like I said, I checked it out. It's really awesome. But what is it that you love most about what you're doing now?
Watching successful people connect and create magic. Like every now and again, you'll hear someone respond and go, "Scotty just introduced me to these two amazing people," and or this individual. If there's two, this amazing guy, we've hit it off. There's going to be synergies. We're doing business together, but it's not. Interestingly, it's not them physically transacting monetarily that gets me excited. It's the new friendship, the new connection, the actual bond that gets created, and it's the overall ethos. So My Most Trusted itself is not actually a central brand. We decentralize it, and others brands white label it across business networking groups, business clubs, agencies around the world. They have their own versions. So they put their own spin, they do it in their own way, and they bring humans together in their own way. And when people come together and they go, that was just an amazing connection. I got something so much value from it. If they do business, even better. But it's that spirit, Anthony, that I want to thrive, because AI is coming for all of us. It's exciting, and AI is extraordinary, and we're all using it, and we all want to see what's happening. But we need to understand, in the next 2 years, our lives are going to change radically in what we're doing. And it's nervous for a lot of people. And we want to fly the flag of human connections. We don't want to fight against AI. That would be really even worse than fighting against thunder. We want to work with AI, but we want to be a safe space where people can come and go, man, I need 6 meetings in my diary next week. I need 8 meetings in my diary next week. Where do I go? I can get a lead generation company that could take a long time to do it, or I can go to My Most Trusted, tap into my own private network and go to those guys, have the AI match me with people that I want to meet, and get introductions to them and book those appointments. If I'm coming to the US, where are you based again, Anthony? In the US?
Iowa.
You're in Iowa. So I'm coming to Iowa, right, next week. I'm not, don't worry. I'm coming to Iowa next week, and I don't know anyone in Iowa. Let me go check my network who's in Iowa. Who do they know? Ask for a few introductions or some meetings while I'm there. Anthony, will you introduce me to so and so, this person, that person? Susan, will you introduce me to that person, that person? Let's you and I have a little coffee while we're there. Meetings booked, done. No spam, no cold outreach, just warm introductions. That gets me going.
Absolutely. When you're looking at like your average client or the people you best serve, the 5% out of the as opposed to the 95%, what are they? What makes them 5%?
When you say the 5%, the top five, you're talking about the top 5% who use it the best, the top 5% who use it the most successful,
No, when you
or
when you were explaining like LinkedIn in general, so the people that
yes,
you're best able to serve are that 5%, and the 95% was
okay,
useless.
yeah,
What's that average client look like for you?
I got it right. Okay, so they're mostly business owners, or they are owners of business networking groups, or they are lead generation marketing agencies and companies. But generally, from a user perspective, there's one criteria, and that is you need to want to help other people around you be successful, not just yourself. If that is the 5%, those are the people we want to reach. If you're out there just to get in front of people, get your product in front of people, advertise, self promote, all of that, and that's it, you're going to fail dismally. But if you genuinely want other people around you to be successful, then you thrive in the My Most Trusted environment. That is the 5%. And that is the catalyst for just the most amazing meetings. I have met just in the last couple of weeks. If I told you some of the people that I've met, it's just mind blowing. Maybe I'll just be open about it. It's not confidential. I met the founder of Mighty Networks. So we're talking to them about doing a pilot. I mean, I would never have met that guy if I hadn't been introduced to him. Right? We've got a pilot now in BNI because I got introduced to the right person in BNI that can make the decisions. So we're rolling that out. We've now got almost 50 white label versions of My Most Trusted, rolling it out to their groups. Some of them have got almost 1,000 users that are rolling it out to their networks. We've got. I have another meeting that I won't mention that yet because that's still in progress. But they've got, I think, 8,000 members of their business networking group. They're going to be rolling it out to their network. It's just beautiful. I would never have met these people if I wasn't introduced to them, Anthony. And that's just me. All our other users that are building their networks and they're going out there and doing the same. We want each other to succeed. And one of the best things we can do is help put them in a room or in a Zoom call or a virtual call with somebody that can change their life in business. And that's what we're about doing, helping change each other's lives in business by getting them in front of the right person. Because one meeting can change your life. And we want to be the catalyst for those meetings.
Absolutely. No, that's the same kind of mentality that I share. There's people out there that you don't know you need to know, and the only way that you're going to meet those people is by opening doors. Right? You're going to open doors for others. They're going to open doors for you, and you're going to end up somewhere, and you're going to not know how you got there, but you're going to be happy that you did. So that's awesome. And this is kind of a special question, I guess, for you. So when you're looking at power partners or other individuals out there that you synergize best with, what does that look like as far as like collaborations?
Business networking groups, business clubs are number one, without a doubt. They Because they teach marketing in their own way. They teach networking. They teach. They bring people together already, and I want them to succeed. So my most trusted is what we call a supportive brand, not a dominant brand. And what I mean by that is our goal is not to be a big brand in the market. That's why we called my most trusted. It's a nonchalant, quiet brand. It's not like Piddle or Bing or Schwang or whatever, this quick little cute name that tries to stick in everybody's brain. We're not like that. We want the communities to be their brands to succeed. And we support those brands by connecting them together. So we create like a decentralized hive, and that becomes the alternative to LinkedIn. So each business networking club or business networking group becomes its own node on the new web that is becoming the new LinkedIn, the new decentralized LinkedIn, where it works on ethics and true serving of each other. So networking is number one, but we also have another market, and that is lead generation and marketing agencies that bring us part of what they do. So they might do cold outreach on LinkedIn, they might do email marketing, they do those. We're not against those. What we're saying is let's add a new arrow to your quiver. Let's add introductions to what your clients to help them book meetings, show them how they can build private trusted networks. They'll pay you, the agency, to do that. And with another little twist, if they're using CRMs like Go High Level, etc., we can now connect into those Go High Levels and we can add value to their GHL and their CRMs. So now you can package what we're doing with CRM, and it's incredible. We'll talk about the unique features just now, but nobody's doing anything like this because nobody's thought, hey, let's bring a third dimension into what is very much a two-dimensional world.
Absolutely. Since you talk to him every day, you're kind of a special person to ask. What advice would you give to a new or an aspiring entrepreneur?
Build your network, build a private network, build what I call it 100-100 network. It's not just, oh, build a network. It's build a 100-100 network. So adopt the 30-30 principle to build a 100-100 network. 30-30 principle is this: get 30 people you know, like, and trust now and put them into My Most Trusted or one of our partner systems. Those 30 then do 30 each. We'll connect you with people that have done 30 if we need to. 30 times 30 is 900. That's 900 potential referrals that you can get. Now expand that to a 100-100 principle. That's 100 people that know, like, and trust you. They've uploaded 100 people they know, like, and trust into My Most Trusted. That's 10,000 people. That's where your business is going to come from. If you're a new business owner, just focus on building that 100-100. Build those trusted relationships. They are the ones that are going to make you successful. How? By introducing you to your clients and customers, but more importantly, booking those meetings for you through introductions that are going to change your life.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic advice. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you should be building your network. Whether you're in business for yourself now, whether you want to be in the future, your network is going to open all the doors for you. So you're crazy not to start working on it wherever you're at right now. So fantastic. How can warm referrals change the way that we do business networking?
Well, most people know this already, Anthony. If you ask, and I do this in almost every major presentation, group presentation, I say, just type into the chat what percentage of your current business comes from referrals. And it's very, very, very rare for anybody to say less than 50%. Very rare. So if half your revenues and half your business is already coming from referrals, there's your answer right there. If you just expand that. Now, there's a lot of people that teach people how to build referral networks, and some of them are actually coming on board as our partners because we give them a tool that works for their own process. So it's important to know, Anthony, we don't teach people how to network. We don't teach people how to build why they should network, and we don't teach people how to build referrals and get more referrals in their business. We have a platform that facilitates the process. Each person and each group that we work with, each partner has their own flavor and way that they do it. They white label our product under their own brand, and this just turbocharges it. It allows them to measure it. So it's a bit like, well, I'm currently using before we had cell phones, we used to have a little diary and a Rolodex and a calendar. We used to write in it. And, remember those old days? And used to write in it. Then along came the cell phone. Now we put everything on a cell phone. It's more ordered. It's more organized. You can track it better. You can find people quicker. You can handle a large number of people over a longer period of time. What people are doing networking right now is an old-fashioned way. When you build My Most Trusted, you're simply upgrading to a digital version of that is still keeps the ethics, still keeps the integrity, but allows you to turbocharge what you're already doing.
What would you say is the biggest problem with traditional networks like LinkedIn?
It's too antisocial, and there's too much spam, too many messages, people trying to connect with you that you don't know, too many messages popping up in your inbox that don't even try to say hello or anything or anything about you. And for me, it's fake profiles. Even is that profile even real? Number one, or number two, if it is real, is it just a virtual assistant or an automated bot they put on top of it that just produces massive amounts of content, comments on people's DMs you in inboxes, connects with 20 people a day, and just goes out there? Because at the end of the day, it's just bots talking to bots. It's ridiculous, and no one really wants to talk about it because I don't know why no one really wants to talk about it. We're out there saying it's time to acknowledge the joke that these systems have become, but there's still a piece that's fantastic. That's really, really great. So you can't throw the baby out of the bathwater. There's still a few pieces of LinkedIn that are really great. They've still got the biggest databases in the world. People still use the chat. There's a lot of good stuff that goes on. If we can take that stuff and amplify it and add some new pieces, which we've done, wow, we can create something special.
Absolutely. How can communities use private networks to build deeper trust and engagement?
So that's the whole point. If you've got a community, right, and you've got members of that community, each of those members, and we just did this yesterday I had two really big presentations, right? And we spent an hour explaining to them why we should go through the all for one and one for all approach. So if you run a business network or a business community and you go out to your guys and you say, right, guys, we're going to 30x our community right now. How are we going to do that? Well, there's 50 of us on a call right now, 20 of us, 5 of us, 1,000 of us. We're all on this call right now. If we go in and we all take 30 people that we know and trust and we add it into our own private networks within this tool, right? So, Anthony, you've got your 30 people. Scott's got my 30 people. That's 60 people just between the two of us. Now, what if we did that across 100 people? And it wasn't just 30 people, it was 100 people themselves. Within a few days or a couple of weeks, we have 10,000 people now in that community. There's only 100 people in the community, but in the second degree networks, we now have 10,000 people. Why would you ever want to leave that community? Because we have all the business we ever need, all the introductions, all the referrals are all visible for the first time. It's not some etheric. I went to a breakfast chapter meeting and I formed relationships with people because one day they're going to give me a referral. Are they or aren't they? Well, in this environment, they will give you a referral because you can now ask for an introduction to the right people instead of waiting for somebody to refer you. That's a game changer.
Absolutely. And I always think this is the most important question, which is why you? What sets you apart from everybody else out there doing something similar?
Gee, man, you know what? I don't know, Anthony. I just think sometimes I look at myself and I think, you know what? I've lived 3 lifetimes, 4 lifetimes. So you take an average person's lifetime, and I've just done so much in my life that I feel like this is like my fourth lifetime in this life because I've just done so much. And I think that's it. I've just done crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. We sued the banks. We took all the major banks to court in South Africa. We took all the major banks. We served summons on them for basically being lying scumbags. We were all over TV. It was nuts. On TV, it was just like a crazy. We've done mad stuff, man, Anthony. I've been sitting court, and we just. I could tell you a ton of stories. I've done crazy stuff. Represented South Africa in Shaolin Kung Fu. I just went on a for almost 7 or 8 years. I just trained 6 hours. 3 to 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, with a Shaolin monk in Kung Fu. I've done mad stuff. So I think what sets me apart is I've just done a lot of crazy mad stuff, and a lot of it, and that's just kind of put me in a position to see the world not differently, but to see the pieces of the world that still work really well, that don't need to be changed, and magnify and amplify those, so the goodness of those pieces can come together in a more enlightening way. And human to human business connections is the space that I'm at right now.
Absolutely. Is there's all the when it comes to networking and warm referrals and growing that organic network, it's there's all the rabbit holes we can go down. But in general, is there anything that I missed or I failed to ask that you wanted to add?
You know, look, Anthony, I think you've got the essence. That's come through quite nicely. It's the heart. You know, if you want to help other people succeed around you and you want to serve other people and support them, this is an environment you will thrive in. It's amazing. If you're self-serving, you will die. It's not going to happen. You won't last in our environment. Just go do whatever you need to do, and it's very quick to weed out. We're very quick to weed out. The system naturally weeds out those people. But I think the only thing I just wanted to mention is what we are. We're a Chrome extension coupled with a mobile app, predominantly a Chrome extension. You install it onto your desktop. We're not a platform. So you don't have to log. Oh God, not another login platform that I have to log into and start using. It pops up. It's there when you need it. It works on LinkedIn, it works on Zoom, it works on Meet, and it works in different websites. You build your private network. Your private network comes with you. People can ask you for an introduction, which you can approve. You can make that introduction. You can say thank you for an introduction, which most people don't do. They just take an introduction, disappear. You can acknowledge the people. It's a human to human place. And you can book 8 meetings a day. I book 8 meetings a day through only using referrals. That's it. Because I built my 100 network and surpassed that. It's a beautiful thing, Anthony. It really does. If you just look to the people around you, you don't need to get involved in this completely. You don't need to put all your eggs into the bulk email spam basket. You can do it. Don't. I'm not saying stop doing it. People do it, but just take some time and get to know your own network in an authentic way. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. No, it is. And I can't harp on that enough. The more people that you help and that you add value to, the better it's going to be for you innately. So if you are self-serving, the best thing that you can do is go help as many people as you possibly can. That's the Zig Ziglar. You can have everything in life that you want as long as you help other people get what they want. It's
Yeah,
karma. It's the golden rule. It's the reap what you sow. It's the go givers. You can't outgive God. We've defined it a million different ways because it's a real thing that everybody keeps noticing and keeps talking about. So don't fight against that. Go help people. Go lead with service. So
yeah.
it's amazing that that's what you guys are doing, and it's helping a lot of people. So
Yeah, thank you. You know, we just about hit 60,000 trusted connections. I think we got about 500 in just yesterday because of these rollouts to some of these business clubs and networking groups. And more importantly, it's not, you don't have to be a big group to enjoy it. You can be an individual business owner just getting started. Or you can, like I said, you can be an agency, you can be that works with a CRM that we now plug into CRMs. No one's ever done this before, Anthony. No one's ever gone and said, well, hang on a second, let's bring transparency, actual real transparency in an authentic, engaging way to our, in inverted commas, second degree connections. We now plug into CRMs. For example, I mentioned Go High Level. We can turn your Go High Level from a two-dimensional network, which a CRM, which basically is just a two-dimensional list of people, to adding a third dimension, bringing in trusted connections. So now AI can start matching people within your CRM and go, hey, you know, Anthony, you've been sending him emails for the last 3 years. You've been inviting him to all these events and, you know, sending him these SMS messages and contacting him on LinkedIn and whatever and social media and following him around with ads. He's never responded. Well, did you know that you could have saved a lot of time and effort if you just asked your friend Susan for an introduction? Because it turns out Susan is a friend of Anthony's. That would have known. So we're building that. Hey, I know a guy. You know what that's like. Hey, I know a guy through a guy. There you go, Anthony. I know a guy through a guy. That's what we're doing.
absolutely. So awesome. For those that want to know more, where can they find you? How can they get a hold of you? Perfect. Yep. And I'm gonna put that in the show notes. Make it super easy to find. It is. It is easy to find. It's hard to miss, but yeah, I'll put it there. So go down, look. If somebody would like to learn more, absolutely do it. Scott is the exact same in a one-to-one as he is here. They're doing awesome things. I can't recommend growing your network enough. That's the core of everything that I'm doing here, and finding people with that similar vision that are doing it in an awesome way. Could not be more excited that the people out there like you are doing this. So that's amazing. Again, reach out, learn more. Can't recommend it enough. If people would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, and connect with our awesome growing community with awesome people like Scott. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Scott, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Let's all go have an awesome day and grow our circles, all right?
Thanks, Anthony.